Peace, quick fast. Think fast. Oh, think fast. Selective philosophy. Selective philosophy is something we, want to speak of it in the forms of like when we was growing up. Our parents gave us the philosophy. A lot of us, a lot of them and a lot of us went through this philosophy of, being told to make sure we stand up for ourselves. Like when you at school, stuff like that, of course you, how I say, you would try your best to tell the authority figure like, hey, this person's messing with me or whatever. But for the most part, we were taught and told to like, if somebody messing with you and, nobody helping you or whatever, you got to protect yourself. And as a matter of fact, and it was so strongly said to us, especially, for us in the quote unquote black community, as far as like, either you whip their ass or you're going to get an ass whipping for me if you don't stand up for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And when we speak of selective philosophy where, our parents taught us that, but then somewhere along the line they forgot their own philosophies, you know what I'm saying? Because here it is, whether, the government / certain, European oppressors that's trying to, basically white melanated people off the face of the earth with certain little tactics. Here it is, like how our parents told us, you better, if you see somebody trying to harm you, you better stand up, you better protect yourself. Well, I'm here to, tell all the parents that, told us that, that applies to more than just being in the schoolyard, that applies to more than just, being a little kid growing up. That also applies to us being grown-ups and not being bullied, you know what I'm saying, in essence. It's like you got the government doing things that's, constantly, harming you, slapping you in your face, but you just, take it and go along with it. And matter of fact, starting to see, like, as I came by this store right here, and I saw, like, they got a Wendy's right on the side, and I just caught the download, like, it's a chess game of where, say for instance, because a campus like LSU, they're going to make sure they got good shit to eat around here, but they also got the poo food too, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that chess game where, and you start to see where it is, like slavery is a choice. Like nobody here has got a gun to your head saying eat Burger King and Wendy's. Nobody got a gun to your head saying not read about Dr. Sebi. Nobody got a gun to your head, telling you to not take your kids out the school system. Well, you almost got a gun to your head, because matter of fact, the New York school system damn near, got a gun to parents' head talking about you can't homeschool your kids. And I say a gun figuratively, but then too, like literally, but all these things that a lot of us comply to, somebody have a gun to your head saying you have to deal with, this job where the people being racist on the job, stuff like that. Somebody have a gun to your head saying you gotta, and as I'm saying this, of course, when we don't have knowledge of, how to help ourselves, of course we at these jobs and like, well, I don't know what else to do, I gotta make money, this and that. Now is the vibrate. Since all right, I got this job and, they fucking over this and that, and I want to start researching, start looking into finding out about, the law of attraction and how to manifest things, like, take your time, or to the best of your ability, I'm saying take your time because you don't want to rush though, but like, and be in your moment and do the best in every moment to, pull yourself out of that situation, you know what I'm saying? But, it really is a choice. Like, nobody got a gun to my head saying go eat that dollar burger, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody got a gun, like, with having a job and stuff, and I understand that. That's why I'm making sure I do things to sustain myself as well. We do have to sustain ourselves, but again, at what cost? Because a lot of us under the illusion that we have to hold ourselves to, again, to these vibrations that's harmful to our soul, but we really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it takes moving, in the moment and being open-minded enough to want to pull yourself out And when you want to, do better and you're looking for better, then, those things, that information, all that you feel like, oh, I don't know where it's at, you start to become more open to it. It'll start showing itself to you more and more, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like at first you wasn't knowledgeable about certain things, and then you came across my videos, and you probably came across my videos after a point where you was asking to know something, or you starting to vibe on the research, researching something, and you come across this channel, you know what I'm saying? But you first is the awareness of the so basically the awareness that the situation I'm in is not favorable to me. First and foremost, hi, my name is such and such, I'm an alcoholic. So again, that's what that's for. Acknowledge that, all right, somebody's trying to fucking kill me with food and stuff like this. All right, but what can I do from here? Right now, what's the best thing I could do to just start moving in that direction? And again, in which referencing the future, as long as you're not staying in it, it's beneficial. Because I was thinking, like, so in the moment, we'll be like, well, all right, say for instance, if you're not able to go to the grocery store right in that moment, you can at least say to yourself, like, all right, whenever I get paid this Friday, I'm going to go get some healthy food, you know what I'm saying? I'm going on the healthy, matter of fact, shout out to Infinite Waters, bringing up the 7-day vegan challenge, challenge yourself 7 days to just no meat. But it's little increments of things, starting to implement meditation, different little things, starting in the moment that will help. But again, starting to see that a lot of the things that people go through is more of a choice than it's alluded to, like again, like with me doing my YouTube channel, like, and expressing what's really going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I felt like all that other stuff was more like a slave, like working a 9 to 5 and doing all this, and then knowing what's up and not doing that. That, the whole thing for me is like, all right, it's just I'd rather die, I'd rather transition than to sit around doing nothing about what's going on. And you start to see that wherever your heart at, that's your purpose in essence. And I saw that I just have a heart to I don't like seeing people being duped by their system, and just the whole situation, how can I say it? It moves me to a place of, again, not wanting to comply or deal with it, not out of just, I want to choose to. It's just like, it's just in my heart that I just, like I'm not able to do it. But again, complying is more of a choice than what a lot of people, elude. Because here it is, like, yeah, they got the GMO food, stuff like that. But, and yeah, it does get to a point where they forcing it on you because you're constantly just letting them do that. So Monsanto, of course, is going to flood the store with, say, with GMO foods, and they going to make sure, like, because Monsanto also got a thing where they don't allow no other type of crops to grow around them and stuff like that, because I think it's something with the soybean, that patented made up soybean that they grow, it messes up with other crops or something like that. But long story short, again, yeah, they kind of forcefully moving, and I say forcefully, but they moving in that direction to try to, make all the food GMO, but they not forcing it upon us. All it takes is your awareness to say, wait, hey, I don't want to eat GMO food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be poisoned. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know that the prescription pills is like, all it takes is your awareness, instead of that blind eye, like, trying to, getting drunk and all these things, knowing that this fucked up shit is happening. She's like, go. Like, maybe that liquor clouded away, but only for momentarily, till you back in the now, sober, and dealing with the fuck shit that's going on around you, And again, as I'm bringing up this, it's always more focus on again, on helping the situation me bringing it up is just bringing it up for awareness. It's not bringing it up for us to be harping on it and picket signing. Because again, and I speak to that. Well, that's not the thing. It's being proactive. You know, doing what you gotta do to help yourself, so you could be able to help others. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically it. You know, just all of that selective philosophy. You know, parents like, don't let nobody mess over you, this and that. Matter of fact, my mama always tell me, don't take no wooden nickels, you know, clowning. But hey, you know, don't forget to follow that philosophy yourself. You know, like, you the one who taught me not to take no wooden nickels, and now you the one taking them. You know, it's like, come on. You know, but the awareness, you know, having awareness of what's going on simply, you know, changes so much, and you start to see, well, damn, I really wasn't forced to live like this. I really wasn't a slave. I just had to make myself aware of these things, and the more I became aware, the more they had to fall back with, you know, with the vibe they were coming with. That's why they scared. That's why, think about it like this, man. If they were that powerful on that level, they would have been just fucking ran in everybody's house and like, all right, we're gonna re-enslave y'all the old school way. You know what I'm saying? And make it like that. But two, the reason why they know better than that too, because they know we got more awareness, and they know you know that won't last long. Like the best way to deal with slavery, matter of fact, Aldous Huxley, you know, in a dystopia vibe where a slave don't even know they're a slave, where you give them all these things that seem like luxuries, you know, give them a cell phone, you know, give them Netflix, give them a PlayStation, this and that, so they could think they got more than the next. Oh man, we live in luxury. You know, kind of like, again, like the exact correlation to how people look at themselves to North Korea, like, oh, North Korea really being punished, this and that, just because of the fact that it's more obvious and more straightforward. But you going through the same thing, it's just in a disguise. You know what I'm saying? But like giving all these certain things that you think is a luxury, and it's really just, you know, indirectly keeping you into a slave mentality. And the reason why they're using that format of it, because it allows for you to be a slave without knowing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you come at it at that approach, like, I'm about to lock everybody ass up, then we're gonna know the jig is up and we're gonna never fall victim to it. You know, compared to like, well, if they implement it slowly but surely and kind of keep it kind of on a subtle level, they could still, you know, have like this little invisible fence, you know, an invisible fence of consciousness, fencing everybody's consciousness in, you know, because it's about controlling your consciousness and not, you know, not actually controlling you, you know, kind of like the horse tied to a chair. You know, where he could just take off running. That chair really ain't got him held down, but, you know, because somebody told him or keep teaching him, when you tied to something, you can't go nowhere. Then he like, oh shit, well, I probably can't even move this chair. I'm gonna just stand right here. It's the whole vibe. But I digress. Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Matter of fact, hold on. What's funny, when I be doing the outro and I feel my throat chakra tingling, I know, like, wait, hold on. Am I supposed to say something else? Like, is it something else? All right, high self, let me know. I think that's it, though. That's it. I'll catch it on another video or something. Yeah. Peace.